what does the Zohar say about Mashiach? How is it that it says over here, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know Hashem, for they shall all know me. How is that fulfilled? And obviously Aleph was talking about that. And it's in the Shana Kodesh, to it'll separate them from Shin and the other secrets. Hashem willing, when the class is more developed and you guys are more into Likud Day, you will learn there the deeper secrets of how the letters interact with each other. I've seen some of you guys are already making some of those systems, and they're revealed in Sefer Yetzirah that declares, right, there are 3 mother letters, 7 double letters, and 12 elemental letters. This is a very, very key thing. This is what creates the Shana Kodesh. But I have to add a few things as disclaimers here about the nature of Mashiach, because I'm going to tell you what the qualifications, what the Zohar says Mashiach will do. Everyone talks about Mashiach, but the problem is that when discussing Mashiach, people are talking about Mashiach from societal or cultural perspectives. They're not using what the sages say specifically will happen regarding the secret of Mashiach. So in order to really understand the perspective of what Mashiach actually is, so on and so forth. And first off, there's Mashiach. So there's obviously 2 Mashiachs, right? Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben Yosef. Some argue and say Mashiach ben Ephraim as well, and that Mashiach ben Ephraim was actually not Mashiach ben Yosef, but this is an entirely different conversation. And of course, there's why Muhammad ben Shepherds. So there's that first level. The problem with Messiah, or the conversation of Mashiach, is that when non-Jews hear the term Messiah, they think God. Messiah is equivalent with God. This is not the Jewish understanding, neither has it ever been the Jewish understanding. The Jewish perspective is that Mashiach is a flesh and blood human being. Second, regarding the qualifications of Mashiach, halakhically, as long as a Jew is still alive, any person could said to have been the Mashiach. Doesn't matter who the person is. If they're a Jew and they're alive, that person possibly could be. Third, Raya Mehemna is something even higher than Mashiach. Okay, there's a 2 Mashiachim, but Raya Mehemna is something even greater, and that's a whole different conversation. So when you really get to the real sod levels of what the Mashiachim actually are, which are only revealed, of course, through the word of the Zohar. The reason why the Zohar is so important to study is because everything in the Literary Kabbalah, everything that the Ari taught, everything Kohen taught, is all Zohar. Every bit of it. They were Zohar exclusive. The Ari, he spent 12 years or so just studying nothing but Zohar. His entire understanding came from there. Now, because there have been false Mashiachim, an example, Shaplai Zvi, Yaakov Frank, every nutball that claims to be the Messiah, which there are a lot. I can tell you personally of a dozen or so people that declare themselves to be the Messiah. And I will tell you, any person who declares themselves to be the Messiah is not the Messiah. I promise you this. It's impossible, right? Mashiach is not identified by proclamation, and is not identified by a human being saying, crowning him, right? That's not how that works. Mashiach is only identified by whether he fulfills the mission or not. And whatever that mission is, and I'll reveal some of what Chazal say about this matter, if he fulfills that thing, that's it. Doesn't matter what his name is, or so. There are things that allude to this, but some of the stuff is allegorical. But it really comes down to, does he fulfill the mission? If he fulfills the mission, that's the person. If they don't fulfill the mission, then there's no need.